Hey y'all, Billy Thompson here. If you're looking to fix up your truck, figure out what that weird noise is, or just learn a thing or two about keeping your car running right, you've come to the right place. I keep it simple, straight up, and hands-on. Go ahead and give this video a like. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And let's get to work. Enough jawing, let's dive in.
The OBDI fault code P0775 is set when the control module, PCM, detects a problem with the transmission pressure control solenoid valve, B. Most automatic transmissions have at least 3 valves that are labeled A, B and C. The transmission pressure control solenoid valves are used to control the fluid pressure and the proper functioning of the automatic transmission. The PCM receives an electronic signal based on the pressure inside the solenoid valve. The automatic transmission is controlled by belts and clutches that change gear by applying fluid pressure in the right place at the right time. Based on signals from connected devices that control the vehicle's speed, the PCM controls the pressure solenoid valves to direct the fluid at the correct pressure to the various hydraulic circuits. This changes the transmission rate at the right time. The code P0775 is set by the PCM when the pressure control solenoid valve, B, is faulty. Malfunction symptoms. The main P0775 fault symptom for the driver is the illuminated MIL, malfunction indicator light. This is also referred to as check engine or simply check engine light. They can also manifest as the check engine indicator lamp on the control panel will light up. The code will be stored in the ECM or S memory as a fault. The car enters emergency mode. The gearbox slips during gear changes. The transmission is stuck in gear. Gear changes are difficult. Transmission overheating. Increased fuel consumption. Possible symptoms similar to those of a misfire. The P0775 fault severity code is generally moderate, but can quickly rise to a more serious level if not corrected in time. Causes of the error. The P0775 code could mean that one or more of the following problems have occurred. The pressure control solenoid valve is faulty. Contaminated fluid or clogged gearbox filter. Low transmission fluid level. The transmission fluid passages are blocked. Faulty transmission pump or transmission valve housing. Other mechanical faults inside the transmission. Wiring problem or damaged connector. In rare cases, the PCM malfunctions. How to eliminate or clear fault code P0775. Some suggested steps for troubleshooting and correcting error code P0775. Change the ATF fluid and filter. Fill the transmission fluid to the required level. Flush to clean the transmission's internal pipes. Test, if necessary, replace faulty pressure control solenoid valve. Repair or replace the faulty transmission pump and transmission valve housing. Check the connectors and wiring. Flash or replace the PCM. Diagnosing and solving problems. Before starting the P0775 troubleshooting process, you should study the technical service bulletins. TSB, if for your particular vehicle. In some cases, this can save a lot of time by pointing you in the right direction. Next, you should check the fluid level and check for contamination. Before replacing the fluid, you should check the vehicle's records to see when the filter and fluid were last changed. You should then carry out a detailed visual inspection to check the condition of the wiring for obvious defects. Check the connectors and wiring for the transmission pressure control solenoid valve, transmission pump, and PCM. Depending on the configuration, the transmission pump can be electrically or mechanically driven. Normal readings for cables and connections should be 0 ohms of resistance. The wiring continuity check should always be carried out with the power disconnected from the circuit, to avoid short circuits and creating additional damage. Resistance or lack of continuity indicates faulty wiring that is open or short-circuited. In this case, it will need to be repaired or replaced. In which vehicles is this problem most common? The problem with the P0775 code can occur in a variety of cars, but there are always statistics on which this error occurs most frequently. Here's a list of some of them: Acura, Chevrolet, Trailblazer, Dodge, Ford, Explorer, Honda, Jaguar, Jeep, Nissan, Toyota with fault code P0775 at is sometimes possible to find other faults. The most common are the following: P0732, P0735, P0740, P0776, P0777, P0778, P0779, P1810. Fault code P0775, pressure control solenoid malfunctioning. In conclusion, addressing fault code P0775, which indicates a malfunction of the pressure control solenoid B, requires a systematic approach to diagnosis and troubleshooting. By understanding the symptoms, such as erratic shifting or poor acceleration, you can better identify the root cause of the issue. Remember to check the wiring and connections, as well as the solenoid itself, before considering a replacement. Clearing the error code by hand can be done using an OBD2 scanner, but it's essential to ensure the underlying problem is resolved to prevent the code from reappearing. Following these tips and recommendations will help you effectively manage this fault code and maintain your vehicle's performance. Thank you for watching, and we hope this guide has been helpful in your troubleshooting journey.